What if I told you that one man almost lost everything and still came back to become the richest man on earth? Sounds impossible, right? But the truth behind this will shock you. This is the story of Mukesh Ambani, a man who didn't just build a business, he built an empire so big it changed how millions of people live every day. And here's what you're about to discover. First, how a small textile company turned into one of the most powerful businesses in the world. Second, the risky decision that almost destroyed everything, but instead made him stronger. And third, the secret move that shocked experts and helped him rise to the very top. This is not just a success story. It's a story of bold risks, smart thinking, and never giving up when things get hard. Because what Mukesh Ambani did, most people wouldn't even dare to try. And once you see how it all happened, you'll understand why his journey is so different from everyone else. So how did a boy from a simple background grow into one of the richest people in history? Let me show you exactly how this happened. Mukesh Ambani was not born into extreme wealth. His father, Dhirubhai Ambani, started with very little. He once worked at a petrol station. Later, he started a small business selling yarn. That small business slowly grew into Reliance. At first, it was just a textile company. But even in those early days, there was something different. Dhirubhai believed in thinking big. Very big. Instead of staying small, he expanded fast. He built factories. He entered new markets. He took risks that others were too scared to take. Mukesh grew up watching all of this. He learned how business works, not from books, but from real life. Here's a small surprise. Mukesh didn't always plan to run the company. He even went to study engineering and later business in the United States. But he came back early. Why? Because his father needed him. And that decision changed everything. Another surprise? When Mukesh joined Reliance, the company was already successful. But it was also fragile. One wrong move and everything could collapse. Then something unexpected happened. After Dhirubhai passed away, there was a major family conflict. Mukesh and his brother had a serious dispute over the business. Many people thought this would destroy Reliance, but instead, it forced Mukesh to take full control of his vision. And that's when things started to change in a big way. Now here's where things get really interesting. Mukesh Ambani made a decision that shocked everyone. He didn't just want to grow Reliance, he wanted to transform it completely. Instead of focusing only on textiles and oil, he moved into something new, telecom. At that time, mobile internet in India was expensive, very expensive. Most people could not afford it. Calls were costly, data was slow, connections were unreliable. But Mukesh saw something others didn't. He saw the future. He believed that if internet became cheap, millions of people would come online. So he made a bold move. He invested billions of dollars into building a new telecom network from scratch. People thought he was crazy. Experts said it was too risky. Some even said it would fail. But Mukesh didn't stop. He launched Jio. And here's the shocking part. For the first few months, Jio services were almost free. Free calls, free data, free access. Millions of people rushed to join. In just a short time, Jio became one of the fastest growing telecom companies in the world. The impact was huge. Internet prices dropped across the country. Competitors struggled to keep up. And suddenly, Reliance was no longer just an oil company. It was now a tech giant. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. Mukesh Ambani didn't stop with telecom. He took things even further. Once millions of users joined Jio, he saw a bigger opportunity. Data. Not just internet, but everything connected to it. He started building an entire digital ecosystem. Apps for movies, apps for shopping, apps for payments. Everything connected through Jio. This was not just business. This was strategy. Because the more people used Jio, the more they stayed inside Reliance's world. Here's something surprising. Global tech giants started paying attention. Companies from around the world wanted to invest in Jio. Why? Because they saw its potential. A massive user base, fast growth, strong infrastructure, and a leader who was not afraid to take risks. Billions of dollars came in as investments. This made Reliance even stronger. And then came another smart move. Mukesh reduced the company's debt in a very short time. That shocked financial experts, because large companies usually take years to do that. But Mukesh did it quickly. And with that, Reliance became more stable and more powerful. The biggest secret behind Mukesh Ambani's rise is not just money, it's vision. While others focused on short-term profit, Mukesh focused on long-term control. He didn't just build businesses, he built systems. Think about this. Oil and energy gave him cash. Telecom gave him users. Digital services gave him control over data. Retail gave him access to customers. Everything was connected. Each part made the other stronger. This created a powerful loop. Money brought growth. Growth brought users. Users brought data. Data brought more money. And the cycle kept going. Mukesh Ambani's journey teaches something powerful. Success is not just about working hard. It's about thinking differently. Most people play safe. They avoid risks. They stay in their comfort zone. But Mukesh did the opposite. He took big risks, but with careful planning. He entered industries where failure was possible, but he stayed focused on the long-term goal. Here's what matters for you. The world is changing fast. Technology is growing. New opportunities are everywhere. But only for those who are ready to take action. Mukesh saw the internet as the future before others believed in it. Another lesson? Adapt quickly. Reliance started with textiles, then oil, then telecom, then digital. Each step was a shift, a change, a risk. Here's the final twist. Mukesh Ambani's biggest strength was not just his strategy, it was his belief. Success is not just about money, it's about vision, it's about courage, and it's about staying strong when things get difficult. Remember the beginning? A man who almost lost everything, a company that could have collapsed, a risk that seemed too big to take. And yet, that same man built one of the most powerful business empires in the world. That's what makes this story so powerful. It shows that the path to success is not straight. It's full of challenges, full of doubts, full of moments where quitting feels easier. But those who keep going are the ones who change the world. So the next time you think something is too hard, too risky, or too impossible, think about this story. Because sometimes the biggest risks lead to the biggest rewards. And the truth behind success? It's not magic, it's mindset. And now you know exactly how it happened.